Kelly O'Donnell, thank you. For more on the fallout over Eric Massa's resignation, we welcome in House Minority Whip Eric Cantor of Virginia and House Majority Leader Steny of Maryland. Congressman, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Congressman Hoyer, if I could start with you, I want to ask you directly, was there ever any orchestrated effort by the Democratic leadership to oust Congressman Massa?
Absolutely not. Period.
Period. And any pressure put on him at any time?
No, absolutely not.
Was there ever any effort to keep him there? I mean, many people are investigated and they don't resign during an investigation.
Well, as you know, the facts are that one of his staffers called me on February 8th, a Monday. My staff got a hold of me the next Tuesday. We were out, got a hold of me the next day. I told them that they need to respond to the staffer, that he needed to immediately bring this to the attention of the Ethics Committee. These were serious allegations and needed to be dealt with. And I said further, if you don't make the complaint, I will. And within the next 48 hours, I was told that, in fact, that they had contacted the Ethics Committee, and that was confirmed.
Did you talk to Congressman Massa directly about these allegations?
No, I did not.
And why not?
Well, because I thought the Ethics Committee was the appropriate venue in which to have this matter quickly investigated and resolved. And in fact, of course, within 3 weeks, as you know, the congressman decided that the charges that were pending or the situation that existed was serious enough that he was going to resign from Congress. Initially, of course, he said that his cancer, which he had reoccurred, obviously a sad occasion, but then went on to say that there was going to be inappropriate behavior brought out, and he thought it best to leave. And so the situation was resolved within just a few weeks.
But there were reports now that the House Ethics Committee had heard about staffers complaining about him over a year ago. They're now hearing this. Had you ever heard rumblings?
No.
Never. Prior to last week?
The first I heard about, no, not last week. The first I heard about this was February 8th.
I'm sorry, February 8th.
Well, my staff heard about it. We were not in session. We were on the President's Day break. The next day, or they tried to get a hold of me. I think they probably got a hold of me Wednesday, which is when I said, no, Tuesday. I said, get a hold of the staffer. They got a hold of the staffer on Wednesday and indicated that he ought to make immediate complaints to the Ethics Committee so that they could address this matter immediately. It was a serious allegations that were being made. I thought they needed to be dealt with immediately. And of course, as you know, they were. And the result was shortly thereafter, Mr. Massa decided that he was going to resign from the Congress.
Let me bring in Congressman Cantor if I can. Some of the Republicans have rallied around Massa as an example of the Democrats trying to ram through health care reform legislation. Do you believe that he was pressured at all to Congress?
Meredith, I think like most of your viewers this morning, I think I'm a little taken aback and stunned by all of this. And I know that Steny joins me in hoping that the Ethics Committee in Congress looks into this adequately and can get to the bottom of all this.
But again, to ask you directly, do you believe that he was pressured by the Democratic leadership?
Meredith, I'm just getting the news like you are. So, again, I don't know the facts of this at all. I know that the American people are sickened by all of this that has gone on, and I think that the best place for this to be resolved is in the Ethics Committee, and let's get to the bottom of it.
But for those Republicans who have rallied around him, Massa, and used him as sort of the spotlight on what they see as the Democrats trying to foist health care reform on this country, do you feel they're making a mistake to use him?
Well, again, some may want to involve Mr. Massa or not. I think when we're talking about health care, Meredith, we've got a bill that is going to affect every American, and there's no question that if the bill was a good bill, we'd have an up or down vote right now. And what we're talking about is a process that really is short-circuiting the rules that will try and get a bill passed on a very, very tight vote, a very partisan vote. And frankly, I think that there's a better way that we can work together and accomplish something for health care reform.
Do you think the Democrats have the
Meredith,
yes,
can
go
I
ahead.
interject?
Absolutely.
Okay, Meredith, first of all, let me say, I think there were some people that did jump in to try to use this for political purposes. This was a situation that needed to be dealt with immediately. It was, and action has been taken, and the member is now not in Congress. With respect to the health care bill, it's clear, and Mr. Massa indicates that, although his statements, as you point out in the opening, are confusing and contradictory. he nevertheless points out that he wasn't pressured, that he made this decision himself, that there was inappropriate behavior, and that he took that action. On the health care bill, let us remember this bill passed to the rules with 60 votes through the United States Senate. It passed with a majority in the House of Representatives. We're now resolving differences. We have differences, Mr. Cantor and I, as to the merits of the bill. We believe it is an excellent piece of legislation that will bring costs down, will give transparent markets available to individuals so they can get the kind of insurance that they need
Very quickly,
and
Congressman Hoyer and also Congressman Cantor, yes or no, will this bill be voted on before the President leaves for Asia on March 18th? Congressman Hoyer, yes or no?
That's our objective.
And Congressman Cantor?
No, not the 18th.
Meredith, all I can
Meredith,
say
let me
is
recall that.
If it was a good bill, we'd be voting on it now. Wouldn't have to be talking about circumventing the rules, and really will end up circumventing the will of the American people, and that's what we ought to be focused on right now, Meredith. Is accomplishing positive
Let me
interject.
Mr. Hoyer, the last word, very quickly.
There is no circumventing of the rules, and Mr. Cantor knows there's no circumventing of the rules. And when I said the 18th, we hope to have this vote before we break for the Easter break.
All right, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, House Minority Whip Eric Cantor, thank you both. To be continued. It is 7:12, and now here's Matt.
All right, Meredith, thank you. There's a new claim this